Back here in Washington, D.C., the Pirates and the Nationals ready to play ball. First of a three-game series. Mitch Keller on the mound for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Mitch, well, overall this year, 6-5, 487 earned run average. Last time out against the Cincinnati Reds, went 6, gave up 4, 3 earned, 5 hits. He got the win. Pirates won the ball game, and I guess that's the most important thing. Get some wins.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, today, like you said, Mitch is looking to piggyback that last start and be a little more effective. Going another 6 innings maybe, but against a very tough Nationals team. That sinker, as we mentioned before, is going to have to play a part, and it'll set up his sweeper as well.
And for the Pirates, they'll be facing a lefty who has been really good. You may not have heard much about Griffin Foster. It's actually his second start against the Pirates this season, but he has been one of the best lefty pitchers all year, and especially in the month of June. Look at that, a 1.15 ERA in 5 starts last month.
And what he has is a complete arsenal. Has 7 different pitches he uses, everything from a cutter all the way down to a splitter, so he can attack both right-handers and left-handers, and can see by those numbers he's been doing it effectively. So again, the Pirates have their work cut out for him, but I'm sure they're looking to chop at the bit a little bit to get started here in Washington,
that's
D.C.
Griffin, Foster. It's Foster Griffin pitching for the Washington Nationals tonight. And, well, on Tuesday at Fenway, this happened. Cade Cavalli had some issues with Wilson Contreras, and he's not the only one that's had issues with him. Bench is emptied. Major League Baseball has suspended some players, including Cavalli, 7 games. Miles Michaelis is scheduled to start for the Washington Nationals on Sunday. Both are appealing, so he will make the start. Cavalli was not scheduled to start in this series. Coming up, celebrating in the Capitol.
Washington, D.C., it's paradise to me. It's not because it is the grand old seat of precious freedom and democracy. No, no, no. It's not the spectacles and pageantry, the thousand things you've got to see. It's just that's where my baby waits for me.
Disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates, because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. By Cohen Markets, free ice cream is back at Cohen Markets. Club Cohen members get a free Hershey's ice cream sandwich all summer long. Yeah, Bucko fans here. And taking advantage of that nice big mist fan. Fans.
They come in all sizes.
Yes.
Oh. There we go. He even got a throwback.
Sizes and colors. And, yeah.
The red vest. It's been a while since you've seen that one.
And the old City Connects. Sun shining, and well, we'll see, be about 97 degrees right now. I think it's only 94 in Pittsburgh. It's really cooling off there in the Burgh. Getting ready for the big 4th of July celebration here tomorrow. An 11 a.m. start tomorrow.
That's going to be early.
Turnaround.
That's going to be early.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it is. We will not be in as good a mood as we are right now tomorrow morning.
Well, maybe.
You're not. You're a morning person.
Well, you know. We can work on it. We can work on it. Nothing like going in with winning the first game of a series, though, and make 11 a.m.
Yeah. And it also helped to win the last game of a series like the Pirates did yesterday. That 6-1 win over the Phillies.
Yeah, what a big win that was. And it was a perfect game. Actually, you're talking about the offense being able to contribute, and most importantly, starting pitching, the bullpen. It was all good, and a really, really good way to finish off that series.
It'll be Griffin versus Griffin to start. It's Foster Griffin against Connor Griffin. No relation. Connor will be followed by Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds, Esmeralyn Valdez is hitting cleanup. Then it's Ryan O'Hearn, Nick Gonzalez 31 multi-hit games. Had another one yesterday. That's third most in Major League Baseball. That OPS up to 747. His batting average in the top 10 in the league. And he'll be followed by Jake Mangum, Andy Rodriguez, and Jared Triolo.
Now, take a look at Foster Griffin. Literally throws everything but a knuckleball. There's nothing else. He throws a cutter, four-seamer, sweeper, sinker, curveball, changeup, and a split finger. And that's why he had the opposing average at 210. But look at the strikeout totals at 98. 25 walks, and so Pirates have their work cut out for them a little bit, but the key is always going to be what they do best, hit the fastball, and let's see how that works out for them.
Again, their record of 5-16 against left-handed starting pitching. They tried just about everything. Don Kelly's mixed things up. You know, against Christopher Sanchez, he stacked the deck with all right-hand hitters, but again, back in there is Lau and O'Hearn and Mangum. The defense is pretty good for the Nationals. Their errors, they've got a lot of those, but their outs above average pretty good. So interesting. Dylan Cruz anchors things down in center field, and up the middle, C.J. Abrams, Nasim Nunez, Jorbit Vivas at third, Luis Garcia Jr. at first base, veteran Hebert Ruiz. That's manager is a young one, Blake Butera, 33 years old, the rookie skipper, and now Connor Griffin steps in. And ball one underway. Connor Griffin did not play yesterday, got a day off. That's short. It's 100 degrees officially. First pitch. Nate Tomlinson behind the plate calling balls and strikes, and now Connor Griffin calls time. Back over his shoulder, maybe looking at that clock. Bruce Dreckman and Mark Wegner, who's the crew chief, at second. Carlos Torres at third.
And see a curveball dropped in there on the inside part of the plate. As we said, he'll throw the kitchen sink at you. And obviously starting off early with a cut fastball, and now that curveball.
He calls his own game. See that PitchCom device on his belt, and learned so much in 3 years pitching in Japan. Quite a story, really. I mean, he's 30 years old. He's still a rookie, Foster Griffin, facing the 20-year-old rookie Connor Griffin. But Foster Griffin actually was a first-round pick of the Royals back in 2014. That's hammered left center field and gets down. A leadoff hit for Connor Griffin.
Yes, a little elevated spin. Connor Griffin, nice job making an in at bat adjustment. See the location of that breaking ball elevated up in the middle of the zone, and Connor Griffin puts a good swing on it.
111 off the bat, so he's on right away. And now Brandon Lau. Just got done talking about the two veterans in the lineup, and Lau pops this one up. Abrams, shortstop, calls for it. Kevin, what are our keys to the game? Presented by your Western PA Buick dealers.
Absolutely. I think the situational offense is going to be a big part of it. We saw yesterday the Pirates being able to score runs, but have those opportunities where they can score without necessarily getting hits, and then sink to win. I think Mitch Keller, that two-seam fastball, is going to have to play a big part of his success this start.
Brian Reynolds don't see that very often, where he starts running that hand up the barrel of the bat, thinking about dropping down a bunt. He was 1 for 4 yesterday, just 3 hits and 17 at bats in Philly. 4 for 10 in the 4-game series at PNC Park against these Nationals earlier this year. And there you see what Foster Griffin will do to try and mess up the timing. He'll hesitate at the top, do whatever it takes. Learned so much in Japan, 3 years there.
I think it is unique, Browning. I mean, you think about how to get lefties and righties out, and so his arsenal being so deep. I mean, he has different pitches. That cutter really widens the plate for him. He's able to pitch in against the righties, and the split finger as well.
Chopped left side. Shortstop drops. C.J. Abrams charged with the air. 70 errors now for the Washington Nationals, most in Major League Baseball.
Yes, and you wonder why they, a lot of teams, the offense is so potent, but these routine plays here, they can cost you, especially when you give an extra base or extra out, if you will, especially with a team that absolutely hit the ball on the other side of the wall. That can cost you. Hopefully the Pirates can take advantage of that.
Man in scoring position for Esmeralyn Valdez. 7-game hitting streak for the big rookie. Time now for our Penn West University stat of the day. How about Pirate leaders in average with runners in scoring position in his first 20 career games? Look who's at the top.
Oh, I love that.
And look at Kevin Young.
Oh, I didn't see that.
7th. I thought that's what you meant.
No, I meant Wainer.
Oh.
I was happy for Rock. I was like,
now you drove in 13 runs now.
Yeah,
you hit 409, drove in 13. Wainer hit 571 in his first 20 career games. Drove in 4, which is not bad, but you're not Esmeralyn Valdez. Wainer's no magician.
Well, I tell you what, the magician has been fun to watch.
Pickoff try. No. Good job.
And you can't say enough about just the ability to adapt so quickly and take advantage of this opportunity that he has at 22 years old. What he's been able to do is just been fun to watch.
Bounce to deep third, to second for 1, and they turn a double play. Vivas gunned it to Nunez and on to first, an inning-ending DP. Nationals come to bat. Bottom of the first inning, and the Nationals come to bat against Mitch Keller to be James Wood. Leading things off, Luis Garcia Jr., Jose Tena, C.J. Abrams' .297 career against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Dylan Cruz, the former first-round pick, right behind Paul Skeens, Dalen Lyle, Keibert Ruiz, Yorbi Vivas, and Nasim Nunez. 45 and 43 Nationals. James Wood.
Yeah, you take a look at Mitch Keller and his car shield numbers. You see those strikeouts to walks. I like to keep the walks down against this ball club.
This guy at the plate leads the league in walks and runs scored. He scored 75 runs already. 22 homers, third most. OPS of .911 is fourth. He's 3 for 10 in his career against Keller.
Yeah, he's going to be interesting to see. I mean, this might be, you don't see too many leadoff hitters with 100 RBIs and 100 runs scored.
In the air to left. That's a really big first out. Really is. It's Brian Reynolds making the catch in left. Levin Furniture and Mattress defense. Jake Mangum in center. Esmeralyn Valdez in right. Triolo, Griffin, left side of the infield. Nick Gonzalez at second base. Ryan O'Hearn at first. Brandon Lau's the DH. And Andy Rodriguez does the catching. Luis Garcia Jr. 4 left-handed sticks to begin Keller's night.
None hotter than this one. He's just had coming off an amazing month.
2-0. Keller in his career against the Nationals, 1-4, 5.31 ERA. Second start this year against the Nats. Drops that curveball in there.
That's so necessary to keep this team. This is one of the top 5 hitting teams against a fastball as well.
Line drive deep to right, to the wall. Line drive home run. 1-0 Nationals. 17th for Garcia.
I'll tell you what, there's no one hotter. It has been something to go through these first few hitters. You can get through them, but man, they make it tough. And like I said, coming in, this Washington Nationals team, they're young, but they can swing the bats.
4th homer in his last 6 games. 11 for 21 with 11 RBIs over his last 6 games.
And see the location of the pitch, elevated up in the zone. When you fall behind this club, they'll make you pay.
DH is Jose Tena. Keller gives up his 10th home run of the season, 8 of them against left-handed batters. And Griffin quickly over there retires Tenna for the second out.
Well, if you're going to give up a home run, I always say let it be a solo one.
That's so true.
Just not a whole lot of solo ones.
No. C.J. Abrams is a tough hitter against Keller. 7 hits and 16 at bats, a .438 career average for Abrams, the shortstop with 18 homers, 8th most in the league. He's tied for 3rd with 60 runs batted in.
Yeah, the one thing that we see immediately, Mitch Keller is going to have to work ahead in the count, because falling behind, especially against the top part of this lineup, does not work in your benefit.
Popped up, maybe playable in foul ground. Yeah, a lot of room there for Triolo. Well, Keller looked like one of his game plans also is to work very quickly. It's 1-0 after 1. 1-0 Nats. Time for our Penn West University Educating You. And the Nationals, when they score first this year, are 34-17. That's a good record. Of course, you know the Pirates really good in that department. But the Nats are just 11-8 here when they score first. Matter of fact, the Nationals are 17-25 in their home ballpark. They're 28-18 on the road.
Yeah, big reason for that is the bullpen more than anything. The National bullpen has struggled here at home, and this is a really friendly hitter's ballpark, if you will.
Especially 100 degrees out. Strike called on O'Hearn, 1 for 5 yesterday, 4 out of 15 in the series and on the road trip. 285 average overall with 13 homers. And a ground ball, backhand play made at first. And that's Garcia on to the pitcher covering, and a 3-1 put out. So Foster Griffin, lefties hitting just 160 against him this year.
See Garcia Jr. going in that hole. That's always that play. First baseman have to be aware of where the second baseman is. They did a nice job of coming around that ball, making an easy feed.
Nick Gonzalez had quite a game and a series in Philly. 3 for 5. Homered in his last at bat.
Just collects hits. That's
all.
all.
A home run off the lefty Kyle Backus yesterday in Philly. By the way, Griffin has given up 16 homers. That's a decent amount.
I need to check and see how many of those have been at home.
Ties him up.
Yeah, those are the type of swings you can't get. That cut fastball, you've already seen him go to it several times against the right-handed batters.
It's a pitch he has really developed.
Yeah, you see him holding that split finger right now. If he needs to switch to something else, he will.
No swing over there, Bruce Dreckman says. Answer your question, 9 of the home runs he's given up here at his home yard.
Thank you, Brownie.
9 of the 17. My pleasure. But you know, so many pitchers, it seems, enough of them anyway, that it makes you real curious about pitchers that leave the States for a time and go pitch in Japan or even Korea and learn how to pitch. Line drive, left field, and foul, not by much.
Yeah, Brownie, going back to your point, and you know, you often wonder too, because a lot of the pitch, you don't see the high velocity so much necessarily over in Asia. You don't have a ton load of guys throwing 100 miles per hour. And so they learn how to finesse. They learn how to turn the ball over and do different things with it.
He says he's never chased velocity,
Right.
and especially since he had Tommy John in 2020, but especially when he went out there and pitched in Japan. Or I guess, Kevin, you play a handful of teams. The lineups are pretty standard, so you face guys time and time again. Pitchers bat, so you learn how to negotiate around the lineup. And you watch swings. That's what he said. He's watching what the hitter does. Ground ball right side. Nunez. 2 outs.
And then also you think about your prime. You think about a 30-year-old, how your brain works differently. You've been able to see enough baseball, go through adversity, and learn a lot about yourself. And so you combine all those things together. I think that's a big point, like you said. And guys continue to find a way to reinvent themselves, if you will.
He had only pitched in 12 big league games combined with Toronto and Kansas City. He was again drafted by the Royals, traded to Toronto in July of 2022. Check out the Xfinity batting stats. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for Jake Mangum, hitting .310 now in the year. 6 for 12 road trip, including 3 hits yesterday.
That seemed like it was just yesterday, being out in San Francisco, and he had just fallen under 250 for an average. Over the next 4 to 6 weeks, he just turned it on. Just finding ways to get on base.
The other way for Mangum. Does it again. 2-strike hit.
Yeah, he just, again, barrel. It's almost like you're at a disadvantage as a pitcher when you get to 2 strikes with Mangum, because he can do that. He's like, well, you know, I'm going to go with a high pitch above the zone, get him a chase. But his barrel control, just finding the bat to ball skills, and finds a way to spread it from left to right. Doesn't matter if he's hitting left-handed or right-handed. Now on base, and you know he's looking to get in scoring position the first opportunity he can get.
Here's Endy Rodriguez looking for his first hit against a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah.
0 for 15.
Because of Endy's struggles right-handed, it wouldn't be surprised to see Mangum try to get this bag early, this at bat, maybe before Endy can get to 2 strikes.
There's that hesitation and then a throw over.
That's another one of those moves that I'm sure he picked up over there as well. It's the body control, the ability to control the running game.
Curveball, and Rodriguez lays off.
This would be a great time for Endy Rodriguez to pick up that first hit right-handed. He can split one of these gaps with Mangum at first base.
Do you notice anything about what he does differently against lefties? He's a switch hitter, of course, now, but wonder why he's.
Yeah,
not a ton of at bats now.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, I think it's always tough for switch hitters to have to feel good on both sides, but this is a little abnormal for Endy Rodriguez. You would think that because he still has great bat to ball, the eye still works the same way. He just right now just not being able to barrel the ball consistently to find that first hit.
Matt Haig, hitting coach. Johnny Tucker helps with the hitters. And there goes, and he gets picked off. And he's going to be thrown out unless that swing move. He thinks he's safe. Second base umpire Mark Wegner was there and watching very carefully. We'll see if Mangum was somehow able to avoid the tag on that swim move. Pirates holding up the proceedings. And they're going to challenge. They think he is safe. Kevin Roach in charge of it.
Watch that left arm pull back right before the tag. Swim move. No tag. No tag.
Pittsburgh is challenging the safe call at second base.
Well done, Kevin. I hope that's exactly what they're saying in New York, the replay center.
There you go.
Well, did he stay on? Yeah, looks like he did.
And that foot came on the bag right there. He hooked it with his foot.
Plenty of Pirate fans here, by the way, and they're reacting here in Washington as they watch the big screen. As long as he didn't come off at all.
That foot could grab it though. No, the foot grabbed it though. Yeah, the foot grabbed the bag before he got him on the chest, hopefully. Still on the base. He's still on the base. Now the foot hacks. I'm calling him safe, Brownie.
Okay. I'll go with your call. It's interesting because as the replay shows, the second base umpire waits and waits and waits. It looks like he thinks that Mangum gets tagged at the end here. Like he's about ready to call him safe, and then he goes, "What?" See, he's ready to call him safe, and then at the very end he calls him out because he thinks, at least I believe, this talking about Mark Wegner, the umpire, he believes that Mangum has come off the bag.
Yeah, that angle right there.
See, he thinks right there, okay, he's off the bag. That's why he called him out.
Well, Mangum already decided he was safe.
Yeah.
By that time. So they're taking a while. I like that though.
Again, you're watching the umpire. He's watching. About ready to call him safe, but then he sees something. It's a good
all
look
in
here.
all, it's a great effort.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The tag's there, but he's on the base already.
And I think this
Still
is where
on the
Wegner's
base,
about
and he
ready to call
pulled
him
off.
safe.
He's
See,
safe.
watch this. He's about ready to call him safe, but now, no, got him there.
He thought
Ow.
his left foot was blocking him, I bet, but it wasn't.
Really good look there.
I'm glad they're taking a while because here we go.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Pittsburgh will retain its challenge.
Well, done, Kevin Roach.
I see you, Roachy.
Video man in the clubhouse making these decisions.
Great challenge. Nice job, Kevin Roach.
Buck steal a base. Now you steal a deal. Scan on screen for $25 off at Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
And what a great slide by
Yes.
Mangum. We can't get away from that. So many times guys try to stay in the rundown. Don't do it.
15 steals now for Mangum. 1-2 count.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get him to touch home plate this inning.
Take advantage of the overturned call. Oh, Ruiz felt that one. Home plate umpire Nate Tomlinson takes the baseball out to Foster Griffin. The veteran catcher Keibert Ruiz. Andy Rodriguez working it here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Whether it be the right side or the left side, you can still get that professional at bat.
He has drawn 3 walks as a right-handed batter. Make it 4. He gets Triolo to the plate.
And that's what you want to see, especially down towards that lower part of your lineup, being able to have those good at bats and pass the baton, if you will. Give your teammate another opportunity to hit with runners in scoring position. And the Pirates have just done a really good job of finding ways to do that.
Strike called on Jared Triolo. He was on the injured list at the time that the Pirates hosted the Nationals, and Griffin pitched on April the 16th at PNC Park. But didn't face him. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, just so many different weapons that he can deploy on the mound. Foster Griffin just the cutter and went with the sweeper there. Just changed the look.
Checks. Triolo's averaged .277 against Southpaws this season. He went 0 for 4 yesterday, 2 for 13 on the trip with a home run. Nationals get a home run from Luis Garcia Jr. in the bottom of the first inning. And now the Pirates with 2 outs have 2 on. Jake Mangum singles to right, steals second. A walk to Rodriguez. Ground ball right side, and Rodriguez able to avoid the baseball, but Garcia still makes the play for the final out.
Earlier today, it was an LSU Tigers takeover at Nationals Park. Head women's basketball coach at LSU, Kim Mulkey, was here today to watch some LSU products like Paul Skeens, Cam Sanders, of course, and Dylan Cruz for the Nationals. She came to the area last night to watch WNBA player and Tiger alum Angel Reese, who was a key part of that 23 national championship they won. Reese and Cruz actually did a jersey exchange through Mulkey. Coach Mulkey was educating Cam Sanders and Paul Skeens as well on some Pirates history, singing them the We Are Family song, telling them all about the greats like Willie Stargell. The two got a big kick out of that. She said you feel like family because you watch them grow up. She's proud of all these guys and cannot believe that when she looked at the schedule, the Nationals and Pirates were the 2 teams playing today. So it was all meant to be, Bronny.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah,
the
no doubt.
LSU folks, Dylan Cruz, right after the Pirates selected Skeens, the Nationals selected Cruz out of LSU. Cam Sanders transferred to LSU back in 2018.
I'm a little disappointed. I didn't know Kim Mulkey was here.
Yeah,
I remember her from back in Baylor when she was at
Yeah.
Baylor and then went to LSU. I would have liked to meet her.
Cruz count of 0-2.
KY Kim Mulkey was as advertised. She was awesome. So I'm very glad I got to meet her. But yeah, unfortunately, everything unfolded so fast. I wish I could have passed on the word, but she was absolutely incredible to meet.
Don't worry about anybody else, Hannah. Come on.
I didn't. Don't worry.
I know.
I know your heart was there, Hannah.
1-2 on Dylan Cruz. Dalen Lyle on deck, and Keibert Ruiz. A little cue shot.
Get it fast.
And foul. Ryan O'Hearn tried to get to it before it rolled foul.
Every time I see that ball come out like that, I think about back in American Legion. I was in Kansas and I had 3 of those balls hit to me and I missed all 3 of them.
What?
But the cue ball, so right now when that happens, you can see me break out in the hives.
Were you
right
at third
now.
base?
I was at first base.
What were you doing there?
I was over there then. Bounced back and forth from corner to corner.
2-9. How about that number?
Good number.
O'Hearn has.
I like it.
In the air to right. Maybe room for Valdez. Just enough as he approaches the high sidewall.
Yeah, I don't think you can get any closer to that wall than Valdez had. You got to remember, these are all new ballparks for him. I mean, he's still trying to figure it out
the big
out there.
decks, everything.
Everything's
really
different.
It's pretty remarkable that he's doing what he's doing in all facets.
And he just has the ability to learn quickly. You can tell. I mean, he's one of those guys that asks the right questions. Not just asking questions, just to ask.
Yeah, the right ones.
Yes.
To center field, Mangum on his horse. Track, wall, gone. Dalen Lyle hits his 9th. 2-0 Nationals.
Now, as advertised, we said this national team can hit the baseball, and boy, can they. And they're putting on a quick display early on here versus Mitch Keller. A couple of solo home runs, and that was another one, that one of the deepest part of the ballpark. And look at where the pitch is located, though. It's always going to be at thigh high out over the middle. That was just a really good swing on a pitch that wasn't a terrible pitch, but just a really good hitting ball club.
So for Lyle, his 9th. For the Nationals, 119. Only the Yankees, White Sox, and Dodgers have hit more. And again to deep center field. Mangum there. Ruiz flirting with his 7th. Two outs.
Well, at one point we said the two-seamer is going to have to play at the bottom of the zone. At some point, Mitch Keller's going to have to find a way to get the ball on the ground against these guys.
And the other way, and a base hit for Vivas.
And it's so important to work through the bottom half of this lineup. That bottom third is so important to get those guys out. You said James Wood, what he's been able to do at the top of that lineup. And just want to keep those bases clean as possible. Already down by 2 at this point.
The speedy Nasim Nunez hitting .360 over his last 17 ball games. Major league leader in steals, 9th in the order.
You see Jared Triolo at third base playing in on the grass, thinking the same thing. And that's when the 2-out bunt comes into play really well. When you have a guy like James Wood on deck, I mean, that is talking about a guy with 30 home runs. He's working his way up to that very quickly.
Fly ball, Reynolds. Home run for Lyle makes it 2-0 Nats heading to the 3rd.
Connor Griffin set to lead off the top of the 3rd, and this is his first time in D.C., so of course he went and saw some sightseeing this morning with his wife Dendi. They got to explore our nation's capital, got to see the Washington Monument there, of course went to try to get a peek at the White House, the reflective pond, and of course the Lincoln Memorial, which he said was his favorite because of how big the statue really is. He said it feels really cool being here for this weekend, seeing all the red, white, and blue, just a lot of excitement building, but they were up bright and early to go see all of that this morning. So it was cool that they got to make the most of this trip, Brownie.
Who else went sightseeing?
So many of our guys made it out. Jared Jones and Paul Skeens actually went to the changing of the guard today in Arlington National Cemetery, which was incredible. Jared Jones told me that was so cool to see. Of course, that ceremony takes place every 30 minutes, but this time of year with how hot it is every 30 minutes, typically it's an every hour. So those two definitely excited to go out there today and got a photo, of course, to make a memory out of it.
Just saw that photo from those two guys.
Yeah, that photo, the first thing I looked at is Jared Jones standing on that step just so he can get closer to Paul Skeens' eye. Oh, that was pretty good. I know he did that intentionally.
Oh, no question. Doesn't want Paul towering over him. Connor Griffin, 1-2 count. Single to start this game. Pirates had 2 on in the first, but Griffin able to get Esmeralyn Valdez to bounce into an inning-ending double play. They had 2 on, 2 outs in the second, and Triolo grounded out. Second time through here against Foster Griffin. 9th lowest ERA in the National League, and the lowest among all rookies.
See him grab it in his hand a lot. The humidity and the heat play such a big part to these pitchers. Just trying to make sure they can grab that grip the way they want to. With 7 different pitches, guaranteed he definitely needs a good grip on that baseball.
Part-time reliever for the Royals and Blue Jays, but up and down minor league. So again, only before this season, only a dozen major league appearances out of the bullpen. 3 years in Japan, 1-year deal, $5.5 million signed in December. Pop up left field. Dalen Lyle. 1 out.
Yeah, not a lot of balls are going to fall in this outfield. The speed of these guys, they get after it pretty good and cover some ground. See Dalen Lyle there. He can cover some ground and he can hit the ball really hard. We got to see him play last year for the first time. What he was able to do, you can kind of see what he was about. And it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, the Nationals offense, very impressive. 470 runs scored. Only the Dodgers have scored more. But only the Rockies, A's, Twins have allowed more runs than the pitching staff of the Nationals.
So as we mentioned, the key is going to be just to scrap along some runs, just find a way to pick and choose when you can, pick up some runs, and then get into that bullpen and see if you can do some damage there. It's nice to see Brandon Lau, though, and Ryan O'Hearn both in the lineup versus left-handed pitching, because these are the type of things you get. You get to see those battles, and you get in-game adjustments. And both of those guys, you see manager Donnie Kelly deploying both of them in the lineup. You're one pitch away from changing the scoreboard when those guys are in there.
Yeah, he said he was looking to give each a day off at some point because they've been in the lineup every day. So they figured against Christopher Sanchez, who dominates lefty batters
and righty.
Yeah. Figure it'd be the day to give them both that day off. See what they could do with the righties in there.
And Brandon Lau yesterday did a nice job versus the left-handers, going the other way. You saw a couple of bats he was able to have. A lot of
singled
times
to left off of Meza, and then did the same thing the next time against lefty Alvarado later in the ball game. And using up some pitches too.
Putting together a good at bat here.
By the way, Griffin has thrown at least 100 pitches in 4 straight starts. That's like headline news these days.
That is headline news.
It's the longest active streak in the majors. Second longest streak this season. Paul Skeens had a 5-gamer earlier, as did Chris Sale, of throwing 100 or more pitches in, again, for Griffin, 4 consecutive starts.
I think one of the things, Brownie, that you look at too is as a lefty, and not to use the word finesse, but to be able not to have one of those max effort type of starters where you're looking for high velocity, but you're able to pitch with those pitches. You get to conserve yourself a little differently and just work on execution.
And he executes that pitch finally. The sweeper gets him. An extended at bat ends with the strikeout, and that's the first K for Foster Griffin.
Has so many pitches and so many weapons to use. This time going with the sweeper in a great location. Obviously still ahead in the count 1-2. You get to deploy that whenever you want. He was able to get the chase from the AHN Super Mode, give you a good look at the location and that spin.
8-pitch at bat for Lau, but a strikeout, 2 down. Brian Reynolds reached on the C.J. Abrams error.
When you look at Foster Griffin's delivery, it almost looks like he's just playing catch. I mean, it's just flows out effortless.
Hit hard to center field. Sending Cruz back to the warning track. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Anchor down in D.C. A dozen for Reynolds. Bucks on the board. It's 2-1.
That's why you cut the deficit in half very quickly. That can be tough when you have 2 outs. As a pitcher, man, you give up 1 hit and it is the solo home run. Brian Reynolds all over that pitch in the middle of the plate. Once again, the ball is jumping here to center field, obviously. Brian Reynolds has a pop. Let's put on the welder's hood. Elevated spin right down the middle of the plate.
Did not miss it.
That's a good look at it.
Reynolds, career 300 hitter against the Nats. And 5 for 12 this season in the season series. Esmerlin Valdez. That home run brought to you by UPMC that was hit by Bryan Reynolds. Jake Mangum there. One and two. Time called. It's Reynolds' first homer since he went deep against the Rockies June 21st at Coors Field.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
Strikeout of Valdez, but Reynolds strikes against Griffin. It's 2-1.
No doubt, hands down, bar none. Now I'm getting goner than your long gone boots. Nothing I'm working on works on you. I'm gonna need 3 or 4 more, baby, if I'm moving on.
The long gone home run from Bryan Reynolds. Jordan Davis going to be performing, by the way, in that post-game concert following the game against the Brewers July the 12th at PNC Park. Post-game concert that will conclude the first half of the season before the All-Star break. And that's coming up on Country Weekend, 12:15 first pitch. Down the line and right, and they had Valdez playing over toward right center, and Wood can really fly, but he's going to try for 3, and he'll make it easily. Leadoff triple for James Wood.
Wow. When I looked up, I was amazed at how far Esmerlin Valdez was away from that. They had him played way over. And you see, you don't even see Valdez in the picture. Look how far he had to go into that corner to get that ball. And with the dimensions of this ballpark, I tell you, that's the only way he's going to get a triple down the right field line.
That's his first triple this season. Wonder why they had him played that way.
Because if he gets to pull side, it's going to be a home run. That was a stand-up triple, pretty much.
Infield shortens up and a pop-up. Griffin calls for it, and Wood can't move, so Garcia Jr., who homered in the first, pops out.
Yeah, that's a very, very big out. You see Valdez working up a sweat because he had to run almost 100 yards. Look where he was and had to go get that ball. That's a long way to go into a corner.
So again, you say the reason is because of the ball that's pulled is a home run anyway?
Well, I think that maybe that's what they were thinking.
Yeah,
but
it's because I'm trying to think along with them. Now the infield shortens up onto the grass with Jose Tena at the plate. He lined out to Griffin in the first. Fly ball to deep center field. Mangum back, track, gone. Unbelievable. Wow. Jose Tena hits his 17th. It's 4-1. 3 homers so far, only in the 3rd inning.
Well, looks like we may have a shootout literally here at the ballpark. A lot of big balls got to be hit. That one you don't expect in that situation. A man on third base. You see that type of quality contact. But once again, always look at the pitch location. See, the two-seamer was meant to be ran off the plate in and come back over the inside corner. And you see Mitch Keller's disappointment. That was supposed to be that front door two-seamer that stays off the plate in and runs over and catches the inside corner.
Shoo, 434 feet. Just the 4th home run for Tena. And for Keller, it's the 4th time in his career he's allowed as many as 3 home runs. First time this season. And only in the 3rd inning.
Well, rest assured, the Nationals aren't going to let up because they know they've been playing all year long, being able to do this, and obviously having to score more runs because, as we mentioned before, the bullpen, they can give up some too. That pitch is taken down for a ball, but more importantly, they have to find a way to get the one guy, Foster Griffin, out of the ball game.
Well, this line to right field, another hit, and Mitch Keller again having trouble maybe locating his pitches. It's been kind of a disturbing trend for him.
Look how dark Mitch Keller's jersey is. It's just full of sweat, but once again elevated. The pitchers all are elevated up in the zone. He's got to get that ball down. It's been a common theme this game, and these guys are not going to miss pitches elevated in the zone.
To left field, Reynolds coming on. Dylan Cruz is the second out.
Yeah, look at Mitch's jersey. He's probably going to have a jersey change in between innings. That thing is soaking wet. You see the light gray down around the left sleeve, but the rest of it is super dark. Tells you how wet it is. It's so humid out here today.
Four runs, 6 hits, 3 homers. Lyle homered in the second. Runner goes. A little delay from Rodriguez before he gets that throw off.
Yeah, CJ Abrams got such a good jump. He actually left before Mitch Keller went to the plate with a shuffle step. See this little jump start right there, and he knew he had that. Didn't see Indy trying to make sure he'd rushed as soon as possible. Couldn't get it out.
14 stolen bases for Abrams.
Well, you definitely have to leave that base runner out there at second base this inning. Here with 2 outs. I mean, obviously executing a good pitch here makes all the difference in the world for Mitch.
Line to right field, and extra bases. And a double to drive in another run for Lyle. And honestly, Mitch Keller just not fooling anybody right now.
Did we say these guys can hit a little bit?
Yep. Yep, they're up there attacking and whacking the ball around.
That curveball down at the bottom of the zone, and honestly, you think, well, a pretty good pitch is down, but it's in that sweet spot for left-handed hitters. That ball coming into their barrel, and it's off speed. So again, that two-seamer running away at the bottom of the zone plays a lot different versus those lefties. But
I mean, Kevin, it's like they know what's coming.
No,
it's every pitch they're on it.
Hey, they've done this all year long. This is one team that has been able to watch, and they swing the bats extremely well.
Hubert Ruiz sent Jake Mangum back to the wall in center field in the second. 5-1 Nationals. And that's hit hard but foul. Nationals have won 4 of their last 5. They're averaging 7 runs in those 4 wins. They just took a series at Fenway over the Red Sox. Bounding ball to first. Keller gets there, but 2-run homer for Tenna, an RBI double. Lyle. Save on the best-selling mattress brands at the Mattress Warehouse 4th of July sale. Plus, you can enter to win your purchase free up to $5,000. More work for this offense. The Pirates down 4, 4th inning. Ryan O'Hearn against Foster Griffin.
Also, one good thing about this ball club offensively, they found a way to just continue to chip away over the last several weeks. That's exactly what they need to do this evening. Just one good at bat after another, but you definitely got to stop the Nationals from scoring.
O'Hearn grounded the first baseman Garcia, leading off the 2nd inning. Now he starts the 4th with Nick Gonzalez on deck. Two. Nationals now have scored, well, coming into this game, the 2nd most runs in all of baseball, behind only the Dodgers. The other way, back a few steps, and Lyle. Next weekend is Country Weekend at PNC Park. The Pirates will be hosting the Milwaukee Brewers on Friday night, the 10th of July at 6:40. Post-game fireworks and Belly Fireworks Show. For tickets, go to pirates.com. And then we'll continue Saturday and Sunday. The Cowboy Hat giveaway on Saturday. The Jordan Davis concert on Sunday. That homestand begins Tuesday night against the Atlanta Braves. Two count on Nick Gonzalez. Still nothing in 2. Gonzalez 3 for 5 yesterday. His last 3 times up. Base hit, RBI single, home run. Batting .265 against lefties.
Yeah, so much of Nick Gonzalez's hits have come in all fashions, really. I mean, you think about going the other way, infield hits, one, the rollovers at third base. He just finds a way to get on base with that hit.
Grounds this to 2nd. So Gonzalez came in batting .320 against right-handed pitching. .240, or rather .265 against lefty pitching. Jake Mangum coming up. Singled to right in the 2nd.
You know, you think, Brownie, you mentioned about left-hand pitching, the Pirates offense versus that left-hand pitching, and it's just hadn't been a lot of that same power. When you think about it, the first half of the season, I mean, how many guys do you have that hit for power versus left-handed pitching? Now you look at the other side, those left-handers versus righties, that's the biggest separator for the Pirates. See another nice changeup at the bottom of the zone by Griffin. And that changes the scoreboard. Like I said, it's a difference between a 2 or 3 run homer away from happening. You just don't see that a ton whenever starting pitching from that left side versus the Pirates offense.
Up the middle, Jake Mangum is going to be thrown out on a great play by Nunez after the ball hit off the pitcher, Griffin. Nasim Nunez racing in, getting that ball to first base in a hurry. And the Pirates go down in order. Welcome to the Toyota RAV fourth inning, the ever popular President's Race on July the 3rd here in Washington, D.C. And like Abe wins again over George Washington. Ground ball right at second base. Quickly, Vivas retired. Gonzalez to O'Hearn brings up Nasim Nunez. Baseball card Castle in Cranberry. Stack the deck.
Oh boy, he got some good ones in there.
Yeah.
I see Calvin Coolidge and President Clinton. We'll take a look at that.
How about that?
Oh yeah.
Some first pitches from presidents. The Calvin Coolidge 2011 tops Bill Clinton, the 1993 Donruss triple play, the George Bush 2001 Fleer Platinum, the Barack Obama 2011 tops opening day.
That's pretty good there. I like these. I might have one. I think I might have to find the Obama one coming home with me.
You're taking that one?
I'm just thinking.
One of the worst first pitches ever.
That's okay. That's all right. I can handle that.
Now, one of the best first pitches ever, of course, the Calvin Coolidge.
Oh, you were around for that one.
I was there. I know. I was around when George Washington threw out a first pitch. Smart Alec.
Oh.
You were around for a lot of them too,
well,
my friend.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Nasim Nunez. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out.
Gotta love the game.
Gotta love the game. Each player trying to figure out a long baseball season. In Keller's case, trying to get back to that form. He was just so good in April. He went 6 or more innings in 4 of his first 5 starts. Hey, some first pitches. LBJ. FDR.
You can't. Yeah, okay.
Now that's a bad first.
No,
pitch.
did you see the one before that from FDR?
Oh, it was terrible.
Kidding me? Okay. All right.
It was awful, and it was from the from the box seat. It wasn't from the mound. We want you up there at the first pitch. Of course, that was a great one.
That was a great one. That's a baseball guy.
Yeah, after 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, part owner of the Texas Rangers before he became governor and then president. George W. Bush. 3-2 the count. Here we are in D.C. And a strike 3 called. First strikeout of the game for Keller.
Yeah, and even that strikeout, though, the location is a two-seamer that once again finds the middle of the plate. Set up to be in the inside, but look where it ends up, that inside third. And that's the one that you said, you know, when Mitch is on, that pitch is running back over the inside corner, not the inside third.
That strikeout was presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future.
This is exactly where you want to be, though. The 3 times now, James Wood, obviously, you want him coming up with the bases empty. Of course, the first time you don't have a choice because he's leading off the game, but I counted that.
Yeah.
Small victories today.
Yep.
I'm counting my
We're
small
looking for
victories.
Keller went just 4 innings, gave up 5 runs and 6 hits, walked 4 Nationals batters back on April the 14th. He's 1-4 in 8 career starts against the Nats coming into this one. Earned run average against Washington over the years .531. Hammer to right. Now this time they had Valdez playing more toward right field, so no triple. And last time Valdez over toward right center, but triple-double now for Wood his last 2 times.
You're halfway to the cycle watch, and then once again, look at the location of the pitch. It's been a common theme all game long, right in the middle of the heart of the plate. James Wood having the year that he's having, he's not going to miss many pitches like that. You're just happy it stayed in the yard. You see Valdez making sure let the double be a double, don't turn it into a triple.
Harpsoft crew here reacting.
Yeah, good look from that drone we saw flying around.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that definitely has to happen is that Mitch Keller and the Pirates defense has to stop these Nationals from scoring just to get back in the game and allow them to continue to add on. They've scored every inning. And that is not the recipe. I looked up at the scoreboard and it freaked me out.
Yeah, no, all the zeros
they
up
put
there,
a bunch of zeros up there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I didn't know we were in the bottom of the ninth.
No, time. We got time. Keller went the first 17 straight batters without his first strikeout. Most to start a game for him since August of 2024 against the Padres. He struck out Nunez with 1 out in this 4th inning. Center field Mangum coming on, and Mangum is there. 0 on the board in the bottom of the 4th. Pirates trail it 5-1. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by your Western PA Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Is that drone? Andy Rodriguez leads things off. Walked in the 2nd. Ground ball sharply hit, but right at 3rd. Vivas. 1 pitch, 1 out. And a 1-2-3 4th inning for Foster Griffin. The Pirates scoring on the 2-out homer by Brian Reynolds. But this is Foster Griffin's game. This is why he came in with the 9th lowest DRA in the league. Came in with a record of 8-2. Came in 98 innings, tied for the 8th most in the league. Jared Triolo. Nats are 13-4 when he starts games this year. 13-4.
That's very impressive. And he goes deep. He goes deep in the game. You have an offense like this. You pitch well into the game. You create a lot of opportunities for that W.
The Nationals are going to have to decide this month whether they are really in it, because they came into this season figuring they were in for a long year, maybe a couple, as they rebuild under new management. Two and 1. Paul Taboni took over as president of baseball ops. Mike Rizzo, the longtime general manager, let go. And then they hired the young Blake Butera as their manager, as Triolo hits a fly ball to center. 2 outs. Pen is up, which I'm sure they're not anxious to do. Two outs. Connor Griffin. Maybe pitch count just at 80 now. Maybe figuring the heat.
And the heat will play a part, and that's right now. That's what you're hoping for if you're Pirates.
That's why they've got that bullpen up. We mentioned that he's gone 4 straight starts, over 100 pitches coming into this game. And going back to his second start of June, 6 innings, 7 1/3, 7. There's a line drive hit for Connor Griffin. He's 2 for 3.
Yeah, that one caught C.J. Abrams, the shortstop, flat. He's disappointed himself for not making that play. Got him flat-footed. Not even sure if that might have touched his glove. It's a low line drive.
113 miles an hour off the bat.
You can see him look at his glove afterwards. Like,
he committed his 13th error of the year, and Lau slips out of the box for the final out of the 5th. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by Mattress Warehouse 4th of July sale. Save on the best-selling mattress brands. Plus, you can enter to win your purchase free up to $5,000. 5th inning, Jose Tena. Cracked his 4th home run of the year in the 3rd inning. Lined out his first time up. Not many swings and misses. Many whiffs tonight. One out. C.J. Abrams, the Gonzalez routine.
well, Mitch Kelly definitely wants to have a clean inning this inning. The ability to keep those guys off the bases. Just find a way to keep fighting through a tough start, and it has been one. There's a good pitch there. That's now he gets the challenge. But that's a great pitch down to the bottom of the zone.
The batter's challenging.
Abrams has been successful, by the way, in 8 of 9 challenges. ABS powered by T-Mobile. 9 of 10 this season. Quite a year.
You know, I think when Mitch Keller has to, obviously go back to taking a look at this start, obviously, and the one good thing is, definitely what the issue is how, once again, how do you address it? You look at the contact, where the hard contact is, and it's been a lot of hard contact for these Nationals. But just all the pitches are elevated. Anything above the knees at this level is elevated.
Griffin, very nice play to get C.J. Abrams.
You see Connor Griffin even off balance going against the grain, making that throw. That ball comes out hot.
So why now has suddenly Keller gotten 4 ground ball outs of his last 5 that have been put in play?
He'll be able to tell you immediately when he goes to look at a video. So keep that ball down.
His first ground ball out came when he got Keibert Ruiz ending the 3rd. Vivas started the 4th inning with a ground out to second. Garcia Jr. flied out. There was also a strikeout in that 4th inning, and here in the 5th, a ground out by Tena, and then Abrams on the ground. USA chance break out here. 2-1. Falls behind Dylan Cruz, 3-1. Another ground ball. And a 1-2-3 inning. Head to the 6th inning on the eve of the 4th of July. It is 5-1 Washington. Brian Reynolds leads off the 6th inning. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. He cracked his 12th home run off of Foster Griffin in the 3rd inning.
You see that 110 exit velo. That ball was crushed right away to the middle of the center. Cut the deficit to 1 immediately.
Want to get that ball, 150th of his career, and now Orlando Revolta.
You see the numbers for Revolta. We'll go over his arsenal after this pitch. Yeah, he'll attack with 4 pitches. A good slider, 4-seamer, a sinker he uses as well. Then he has that changeup.
Foster Griffin goes 5 innings, gives up a run on 4 hits. 1 walk, couple of strikeouts, and in line to get a W.
The Pirates can do anything now. It'd be like starting it up with this bullpen. Just find a way to get a guy on base and see how the Nationals respond to that. It's been their Achilles heel.
.24 innings. Revolta has walked 10, struck out 18. Opponents hit just .218 against him. Face the Pirates' first 2 appearances of the year for him at PNC Park. A couple of scoreless innings. Close pitch, 3-2. Reynolds grinding, trying to get on and have this offense come back, as it's done so often this year. Did he go? He did. He can't believe it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Brian Reynolds, he felt like he won, but he was trying to hold out. It's just a tough blow. But as a base runner that the Pirates needed to start off this inning, you see the check swing and watch the barrel of the bat just clear that front part of the plate. Brian knew, he was just hoping maybe get a call.
Carlos Torres, third base umpire down there. Esmerlin Valdez 0 for 2. One ball, one strike. Revolta, Cuban defector. He's a 22-year-old rookie. Whoa! 98 miles an hour.
Well, that'll wake up your offense. Obviously not intentional by any means, but very notable. See that ball, not only was it up, but it had a nice 2-seam run to it. Even ran up around the face. Oh, to be young. Find a way to get your head out of the way.
Tapper.
Stay fair.
A little bit of a late start, but he's going to have an infield hit.
Just get the base runners.
8-game hitting streak for Valdez. It'll bring up Ryan O'Hearn against the righty.
And see this English on this ball. Once it hits right in front of the plate, that next bounce kicks towards the line. And it's going to make that a very difficult play for any third baseman. See Valdez hustling out of the box, earning that infield hit. Just take each base runner as it comes, and every hit as it comes.
It's going to slice out a play. Revolta actually doing a much better job against lefty hitters than he is righties. Hit .264 against him this season. Lefty batters are just 5 for 34, a 147 average versus Orlando Revolta. At what Baseball America called the best changeup in the national system going into last year. Missed a bunch of time last season with the right biceps strain.
I really do want to call in on this scoreboard and have them change these zeros up here, because it is bothering me.
Messing us up here, right? 2-1. 3-1. Don't know why they do that, Kevin.
I don't either. I would like them to stop that.
Yeah, please stop that. Stop that. In the 6th inning. Stop that. 3-1.
You have a 98-mile-per-hour four-seamer. Every once in a while, you can sneak one through there. Right now, Ryan O'Hearn is hoping that Revolta will repeat that same pitch. Base runners are needed in any way possible. And Nick Gonzalez is waiting patiently. Would love to hit with a couple men on.
Strike 3.
99 miles per hour. Looked like that pitch might have been on the inside third of the plate. Ryan O'Hearn's approach is always to take the pitch the other way, and that ball just kind of had a nice little run. Started off on the inside part of the plate and ended up down the middle.
Grounded out twice to the second baseman Nunez versus Foster Griffin. Pop up. James Wood. Head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Like those drone shots. "5-1 on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates baseball brought to you by UPMC.
Sorry, Brownie. I was laughing because I was looking down at the monitor, and then I heard the Mariah Carey song, and it was Spencer Horwitz walk-up music.
Oh,
and I'm like, wait a minute.
Horwitz is back. No, he's still on the injured list.
Got distracted there for a moment.
And a fly ball to right. Oh, drifting back. Dalen Lyle is retired.
You know, earlier today I ran into David Aldridge, the Hall of Fame journalist downstairs, and NBA analyst. And he was saying in this area, Washington, D.C., earlier today, they said, I don't know how they figured out, it was hotter than 99% of anywhere in the world.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how hot it was here today. That's what they said. It
was 100 degrees at game time here. And they would have to have there were supposed to be a bunch of festivities out on the mall today that I guess was shut down because of the heat.
I said a lot of people are passing out.
It was postponed, and during the day it was supposed to reopen at 5 o'clock.
You see the fans out. Ooh, the fans and the fans.
Yes.
Fans on
with
fans.
Yep. Hebert Ruiz has flied out and grounded out. Justin Lawrence was picked up recently.
Now we said the Nationals, they have struggled in their bullpen. They're looking for help.
Center fielder Mangum. Score big on athletic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Pirates, the official source for your Pittsburgh Pirates gear. Yorby Vivas.
Yeah, that looks like some sweat right there. You can see the collar. Anytime you see the collar look like that on the yellow t-shirt,
it's hot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Keller has retired 9 of the last 10 batters he's faced.
Oh, that's the pitch you want if you're Mitch Keller. That two-seamer that runs back over that inside part down around the knees.
Center field Mangum. Keller has his second consecutive 1-2-3 inning, onto the 7th. 5-1 Nats.
Well, the sunset here in D.C. was certainly a sight to see, but we talked a lot about sightseeing earlier and our guys who got to enjoy some of our nation's capital. And Congressman Michael Guest is serving his 4th term as a U.S. representative for Mississippi's 3rd Congressional District. He invited Jake Mangum and his family to the Capitol building last night for a tour. That's a photo of Mangum and Guest in front of General John Stark statue. Starkville, Mississippi was actually named after him. Every state in the House of Representatives has 2 statues representing them. Jake was raving about the experience, said it was so cool to see certain spaces like the House floor, the rotunda, and more. A pretty special opportunity, certainly. Jake said playing here for the 4th feels like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially with all of the 250th celebration happening. Makes sense. Congressman Guest would invite the mayor of Mississippi, right, guys?
Yeah, you better have the mayor here. Yeah. Mangum leads off. Thanks, Hannah. 7th inning against Justin Lawrence.
See Justin Lawrence getting ahead with that sweeper. 0-1.
Justin Lawrence let go by the Pirates. Twins picked him up. Let go by the Twins.
You see his numbers there. And he's looking for new life here. I'll have an opportunity here in this bullpen for the Nationals. See if he can make a statement.
He earned a save in his Nationals debut in Baltimore, 27th of June.
It just has to feel awkward. You know, you go to spring training with this group of guys and how quick things can turn around. Bounce around a couple teams and now pitching against your former teammates.
Well, things that did not go right for the bullpen, at least so far this season. The Pirates keep trying to make adjustments and working on improving this pitching staff between now and the deadline. That work continues, but Lawrence, they're really counting on him to be a top-notch setup man, and why wouldn't they after the job he did last year? An 0.51 ERA in 18 innings. Was hurt much of the season, but he could never find it this year. Former closer for the Colorado Rockies for a time.
Yeah, that pesky Mangum is at it again. See, and anytime you had dirt on the back of your jersey, it just means you're just getting after it. You got it on your front, you got it on your back, your side.
1 for 2 tonight.
Just loves to play the game of baseball.
Sure does. Mississippi Mangum.
Mayhem.
Look where he ended up.
Only him.
Yeah, dirt on the back of your jersey, on your knees.
You got a
your
grass
hip.
stain on your hip. Yeah, I'm talking about a throwback. This is a throwback.
Yeah, that's so
He's
true.
right. I'm gonna find a way to get a barrel on it. If not, it's going to hit me. What are teammates for?
O'Hearn and Henry Davis. Pop up. Abrams. Isaac Mattson up in the Pirates bullpen. Mitch Keller ended up retiring 7 straight and 10 of the last 11. Damage done. The 3 home runs.
No, the Pirates just can't seem to get on the same page with the run production when it's needed and the pitching performance when it's needed. Yesterday was such a big win because they had both. You see, this one may be challenged.
The pitchers call the ball. The catcher is challenging. The call is overturned. The count is 0-1.
Wish Bob Walker here. Nice spider. Oh, geez, he's back.
Let him go.
Where's a lighter?
It might be the biggest.
That's a big one.
That's a big spider. He found his way back above it. Will you get off my lap?
You didn't like me playing with the web there, did you?
No. Not when you swung it like this.
Well, I thought I was swinging them out.
If you're going to get the web, don't swing it like this.
Well, because you're worried about it getting you.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can't see it. It's dark over here.
I'll get him. I'll get him. Don't worry, Bobby. I'm going to get him.
That was a big spider, though.
1 ball, 2
We're
strikes.
good. We are good.
He's up there.
Oh, wait. He's right there.
Oh, yeah. He's coming back.
There he is.
Andy Rodriguez walked and grounded out against the lefty starter Foster Griffin.
I was down in the dugout earlier. I had the big fan down at the side of the dugout, but I'm going to tell you, that fan is, as nice as it is to have it, still blowing hot air.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to have like a ice cooler behind the fan. Oh, boy.
Justin Lawrence strikes out Andy Rodriguez. And the Nationals looking for answers. A bullpen that has really struggled.
Let's see, this sweeper is so effective on this, right in that location. You can get some chase. Comes out of the hand looking like a fastball down the middle. Makes a turn on you.
Line drive left center field, and that is going to carry over the head of Lyle. Jared Triolo, a 2-out double.
Yeah, if you can't get the solo home run, get in scoring position with 2 outs. And Jared Triolo does his part. Looking for a fastball early in the count. Got one in the middle of the plate. 96, a little run. Jared Triolo's been getting that barrel moving as of late. Straightaway home run last series against the Phillies, and now ground rule double. You'd love to see him hitting with some authority as well.
Tarp's off chance overrated with Connor Griffin stepping to the plate. Let's see if he can quiet the Tarp's off crew. He's 2 for 3 tonight.
And he's definitely not overrated.
No, sir.
He is everything you want.
And more.
And more.
And Triolo takes off. Give him a stolen base uncontested.
Yeah, I think the tough part about this is when you have with 2 outs, you have Jared Triolo. You see him get the great jump, but with an 0-1 count for the young hitter like Connor Griffin, I want him to continue to swing the bat. Don't take any chances on taking a pitch to get to 2 strikes. You get a good pitch, maybe that's something that you can hit, find its way out there in the outfield grass.
And that pitch was right down the middle.
Yeah, if it's a 1-0 count, then absolutely you can take that pitch, but you see the check swing right here. May got away with one. See if we can take advantage of it.
Control issues plagued Lawrence when he was with the Pirates. Stuff really good, but those walks got him.
And I think the one thing that with him is such, that 2-seamer and that sweeper. The sweeper just moves so much horizontal movement and break across the zone. I just had a hard time finding that in for swing and miss.
Checks, takes, ball 4.
Yeah, this game's getting good now.
Pitching coach Simon Matthews out. You can stream Pirates games at home or on the go with SNP 360. Just go to getsnp360.com or scan the QR code. Log in with your provider and get direct access to live games plus all of the Pittsburgh sports content you love.
Haha. Brandon Lau, holy cow.
Yeah. Saying that if he can drive one out of here, Brandon Lau might end up being in that All-Star game. Certainly a good candidate. 20 homers, 57 RBIs.
Yeah, you almost feel like even with Connor Griffin here, not afraid of him taking a bag if he wants to. Justin Lawrence slow to the plate.
Yeah, he doesn't waste any time. Griffin takes off, and there'll be even no throw. Third baseman Vivas well off the bag. They were never going to throw down stolen base for Griffin, and that is his 17th in 18 attempts.
You see the nice aggressive lead. See that long slow, even though it's a slide step for Justin Lawrence delivery, it just takes him a while to get rid of that ball. Easy stolen base.
22 walks and 29 innings for Lawrence. Bullpen is up. That is Clayton Beater. 3-0. Shortstop is occupied by the third baseman Vivas right now, and so Jared Triolo can take all kinds of liberties going down that line. Mason Montgomery is up in the Pirates bullpen. He walks Lau on 4 pitches, and here comes Brian Reynolds, and now does Blake Butera go to the bullpen.
Yeah, you almost think he has to in this situation. Brian Reynolds, one thing from that left side, he definitely has some pop in his bat. I think that's going to be it for Justin Lawrence.
Lawrence gets the first 2 outs, then gives up the Triolo double. Back-to-back walks, bases loaded, 2 outs. Brian Reynolds will be coming to the plate against a new pitcher. Let's recap what's happened so far in the game in our dashboard report presented by your Western PA GMC dealers. Mitch Keller, Foster, Griffin. Keller went 6 after getting roughed up for the first 3. He gave up 3 homers first 3 innings, then really settled down. Griffin just gave up the home run to Brian Reynolds in his 5 innings.
Yeah, it's just a nice job by just bouncing back. Mitch Keller did not have his stuff at all, but stay in the game and then find a way to get those 6 innings pitched. But take a look at Clayton Beater, opposing average at 174, a 2-pitch pitcher. 4-seam fastball and a slider is what you're going to see. And run that fastball up there about 96 miles per hour.
Nationals fans might be feeling like they're experiencing some deja vu as they watch this bullpen. The last time they were home against the Philadelphia Phillies before they went on their 6-game road trip, they had late leads and saw them give up late inning runs in each of the last 3 games of that series against the Phillies. They had an 8-6 lead in the 8th inning on June the 23rd, but in the 9th Brad Lord gave up 8 runs on 8 consecutive hits. The next night 4-3 lead in the 9th, 2 outs. Derek Hill pinch hit go ahead 2-run homer. And then they were holding a 5-0 early lead. Game was tied at 5 and they started the 9th. Bryce Harper a go ahead 2-run homer. Derek Hill hit a 3-run shot. 3 brutal losses for Blake Butera and the Nationals before they went on the road trip. Took 2 of 3 in Baltimore and 2 of 3 at Fenway against the Red Sox.
Rest assured, not only the fans but also these players, they are familiar with giving up those late leads. So now they're feeling it.
2-2 on Reynolds.
If Brian Reynolds can find a way to come up with a 2-out base hit here, that will definitely put that additional pressure on these Nationals. You never know, once you start chipping away, next thing you know it turns into those chunks as we talk about.
Triolo, Griffin, Lau the runners. Struck him out. (5-1) Nationals. This Pirates pitching change presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Now you see Isaac Madison's number and opposing average 221, and what a nice way to get back into this bullpen. I think the Pirates did miss Isaac Madison and just what he was able to do. That fastball is continuing to play at the top of the zone. You know, he went down to work on some secondary pitches. So more than anything, that everything works off of his fastball.
Matson pitched Tuesday in Philly. Bunt. He can fly. Matson to first. Safe. Nunez as fast as anybody in the league, and he drops that bunt down. That's a bunt hit to begin the 7th, and he leads the majors with 32 steals in 35 tries.
Yeah, I tell you, Jared Triolo was playing him in anyway, and you see where Jared Triolo is on the edge of the grass, and that ball Triolo coming, had a shot at it. Don't know if he called him off or not, but a lot of times those pitchers, they feel like they get so close to the ball they can't get out of the way, so they just end up taking it anyway. But you can see that speed. AHN Super Mode gives you a good look. It's just a blur.
James Wood, last 2 times up against Keller, triple-double.
Said how important it was to keep the bases clean when James Wood comes to the plate.
Couple strikes on him. He's just 23 years old. Second round pick 2021 out of the IMG Academy down in Bradenton by the San Diego Padres.
Very cerebral. When you listen to the Nationals talk about this player and how he thinks baseball.
Ball comes off that bat, something fierce.
Wow. It's a nice catch by Brian Reynolds. And that's always the toughest one. A line drive right at you from any position in the outfield, especially when a left-hander hits the ball. That ball did not tail. Usually that ball would run away from the left fielder. That one was hit so squared up. Just hear the crack of the bat. It just looks different. Brian Reynolds makes a nice diving or a stabbing grab, I should say, running away from him. Not an easy play from a left fielder.
Luis Garcia Jr. homered off of Keller in the first to give the Nats a 1-0 lead. Dalen Lyle then homered in the second to make it 2-0. Jose Tena, 2-run homer in the third. And later Lyle doubled home another run, make it at that time 5-1. The Pirates have the home run from Reynolds in the third. That has been it.
Yeah, Brownie, you see that last pitch, that changeup from Isaac Madsen. They say what secondary pitches matter. The four-seam fastball, it plays well, but this Nationals team's in the top 5 in all of baseball against that four-seam fastball. So it's so important that you're able to have those good secondary pitches just to get them off of that. Ironically, who do you think's number 1 in the four-seam fastball in the
Pittsburgh Pirates?
Yes, they are. Now we just need to get a pitcher that throws a lot of them.
Yes. Nunez took off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nunez could have stood up on that bag. He didn't have to slide on that one. Man, he can get after it. As they say, this is how you pick them up and put them down.
Again, he's been caught only 3 times.
I never liked the throw over after the stolen base attempt. I mean, rest assured, I mean, I don't think they're going to go back to back a lot of times. But now you gave him a little rest.
Slap foul again.
I mean, you look at this offense, they have some power, they have speed. I mean, it's very similar to the Pirates offense in a lot of different ways. Evenly matched teams go against each other in the next couple of days. Well, now you put yourself in a position after another throw over. You almost guarantee Nunez is going to be on the run.
Another foul. One difference in the offense. The Nationals don't strike out as much as the Pirates. They've struck out the 5th most, 738 times, but that's 100 fewer strikeouts than the Pirates. And here is a case where Garcia stays alive. Isaac Mattson after Keller. That's 6. Another foul. Another 1-2 pitch. Drive to deep right. And that is way gone. A line drive home run, 2nd of the night for Garcia Jr. Nationals open up a 7-1 lead.
And that is a tough one. That's 2 strikes. He fouled off a lot of tough pitches. Anytime you can have a bat like that and finish the at bat with a 2-run homer, and that's going to get a bunch of smiles. See the fastball, the top of the zone, well above the zone. And I mean, when you hit a guy that's swinging a bat like this, there's not too much you can do. You throw a pitch that's out of the zone, above the zone like that, it has to leave Isaac Mattson scratching his head. And that was a no-doubter right off the bat.
Fourth multi-homer game this season for Luis Garcia Jr., who now has 18 home runs this season. His career high 18 2 years ago.
That's amazing. I'm talking to a teammate with 22 home runs as well.
Triolo. Tena is the 2nd out. Join us for AHN Game Day Live. 30 minutes before every game here on SNP. All the latest news on your Buccos, plus insights and analysis from our team of Sportsnet experts. Nobody gets you ready for the start of the game like we do here on SNP. Stephen Brault and Alex Presley join Rob King after the game. Speaking of experts, they'll break this one down for you. Hopefully they'll be talking about this amazing comeback. Pirates now down by 6. Abrams 1 for 3. Zach Kent in the bullpen.
Well, I'm trying to find positives right now. One thing I could say is the Nationals had an off day yesterday, so they didn't have to play back-to-back games like this.
Maybe despite the heat, seemed more refreshed.
Yeah, a little more refreshed. The Pirates definitely played well yesterday, but boy, was it hot. Right now, the bats just cannot get going, and the Nats continue to add on.
Mattson gives up the 2-run homer onto the 8th. It's now 7-1 Washington. Pirates baseball on S&P is presented by Driveway Subaru of Moon Township, where we put you in the driver's seat. And by McClellan's Contracting and Roofing. If our name goes on it, we stand behind it so you can stand in it. Is that your own shot? Nationals Park.
That is a beautiful shot.
Here is Zach Kent. Pittsburgh trailing by 6 in the 8th. Esmerlin Valdez infield hit in the 6th inning, extending his hitting streak to 8 straight games. Kent was picked up off waivers from the Twins early May.
Let's see those numbers for him. The strikeouts to walks getting really close. Maybe the Pirates can find a way to get on base, stretch him out. Need some base runners.
Clayton Beater came on to get Reynolds with the bases loaded, struck him out.
And the game can change so quick momentum wise.
Yeah.
That punch out and it turns around at bottom half at 2 runs.
Reynolds 1 for 4, the home run in the 3rd, but has struck out each of his last 2 times to the plate. Now 10 strikeouts for Reynolds in his 21 at bats on this road trip. 3-1. O'Hearn to follow, then Gonzalez. He is amazing. Valdez singles to start the 8th.
And that's what you want. Get those base runners out there, and a pitcher that has 10 strikeouts and 7 walks. And it means he's going to throw a lot of pitches. A lot of times you see a little off the end of the bat, line drive up the middle, but a 3-1 count, aggressive through the zone. Not trying to pull the ball, just trying to work the ball in the middle, and that's what he said he'd like to do. If you're going to pitch behind the count like this, Kent may find himself in a lot of trouble. If we pass the time from chipping away, we definitely need the chunks now.
Yep. Yeah, 8th inning, you've got to get them on, get them in. Everybody's got to contribute. And fly ball to left. The first out. I think Gonzalez 0 for 3 will come to the plate. 2 ground ball outs against the starter Foster Griffin, who went the minimum necessary to get a win. He went 5, and he would improve to 9-2. People haven't been talking much about him as Rookie of the Year. Possession players have been, but you got to take a closer look at Foster Griffin.
Well, if he can keep this up going into the second half and the Nationals make some noise nationally, it's going to make a big difference.
One, 2. Gonzalez, who had 3 hits yesterday and 7 hits against the Phillies in the 4-game series. Zach Kent made his major league debut with Cleveland last year. Again, released by the Twins, appeared in just 2 games with the Twins this season. 3 2/3. A couple of homers, 5 walks. And he strikes out Gonzalez. Reminder, it's an earlier than normal start time for tomorrow, game 2 between the Pirates and Nationals. Begin your holiday off watching Braxton Ashcraft for the Pirates against Zach Littell of the Nationals. Coverage starts here at 10 a.m. on Sportsnet Pittsburgh and streaming on SNP 360, a tradition here in our nation's capital on the 4th of July, 11 a.m. start time.
I mean, it's always a fun watch, watching Braxton Ashcraft. Obviously, they're going against a really good hitting team. It should be a good matchup on the 4th of July.
Against a guy that gives up a ton of homers, Zach Littell. Ashcraft went 6 innings on Monday in Philly, and Jake Mangum will throw the ball away for another error.
Yeah, C.J. Abrams knew the only shot he had was getting the ball to second base, as Merlin Valdez did not run as well. And in that situation, wanted to throw the ball to the second baseman. At the time, it was not covering the bag, and you see what happened. It's just kind of,
that was weird.
Yeah, reached across, and he would have had a shot if he got the throw off on time. See where he fielded the ball, went across his body to make a play. Just couldn't get all the way around.
Base hit E6, second error of the game. He's got more errors than any other shortstop, 14 of them. Mangum with a second hit. Rodriguez at the plate, down 6. Walk, ground out, strikeout for Endy Rodriguez. Mangum takes off, line drive foul.
Yeah, the Pirates looking to cut that deficit this inning more than anything. That's why Jake Mangum is on the run. Runs extremely well, and obviously any middle relievers typically don't hold runners that very closely anyway.
We've talked about this before, Kevin. There's no way they're going to throw down to second when that third baseman is back as he is in this situation. So why hold the runner at all at first base? Why not give yourself, as a left-handed batter, it just so.
It is odd.
It doesn't make sense.
It does not.
Stolen base for Mangum. His second. He now has 16 on the season.
See this pitch right here, the backswing right on top. Those catchers like to take care of each other. You know that feeling. It's the unexpected part.
Yeah.
Not expecting to get hit after the ball's already been out of there.
In the air to left. Rodriguez flies out. Pirates strand 2. They trail by 6. The Nationals on the UPMC scoreboard. Pirates baseball is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of sports coverage on SNP. Dylan Cruz against Isaac Matson. Cruz 0 for 3 against Keller. Keller's ERA, by the way, goes over 5 tonight. A 5.02 ERA for the year. 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. And Bill Murphy and Don Kelly searching for answers. This offense so good this year, one of the top offenses in all of baseball, but the relievers and now some of the starters have kind of done in the Pirates. But still a chance. This offense and this bullpen, it's maybe a mountain to climb down 6 today, but then you've got, if you lose this one, Ashcraft on the mound tomorrow morning, Chandler Sunday, try and win this series. Got it. Cruz. Sounded like it got Cruz. Home plate umpire didn't think so, but you could hear the double click. Cruz pointed to his hand right away. Like Butero holding things up. See if they challenge. And they will challenge.
Well, you get a good look at AHN Super Mode. They'll show you. Oh, right off the. Looked like it hit the bottom of the bat, though. It hit the knob, though.
Washington
I
is challenging that it was a hit by pitch.
Listen.
Missed the knob. Yeah, I can't really tell if that hit the glove or not.
Dylan Cruz. Going to reach base to start this 8th inning.
What do you think, Brownie?
I never comment on this anymore.
I know, but I'm asking you nicely.
I think it hit him because his reaction.
No, it just
the
sometimes
double click.
the breeze of the ball flying past your hand.
And I heard the double click right away, and I thought it hit him immediately.
After review, the call on the field stands. It was not a hit by pitch. Washington will lose their challenge.
Did you hear that?
Nope. Did you?
Nope.
I'm assuming they lost the challenge because he's still at the plate. Three and 2 the count.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking, what if he just hit him right in the back right now? I was like, that would be the worst. Oh.
By the way, we're told that you could hear it when you're watching. We could not hear. So I'm glad you could. 3 and 2. And a fly ball to left. That's going to be foul. We're also glad we have the strike zone now these days. Last couple weeks, we didn't have it at the start of the season.
That is very helpful.
Yep.
It is. A lot of good people fought for that.
Yep. Three and 2 the count. And he walks Cruz. Brings up Dalen Lyle, and time for the North Star Chevrolet Buick and GMC star of the game. His home run in the 2nd inning made it 2-0. Pirates had cut the lead on the Reynolds homer in the 3rd, and then Lyle doubled in a run with 2 outs in the 3rd. 2 of the 10 hits for the Nats.
Yeah, just a young, talented, really young, talented outfield, to be quite honest. Those guys, just the 3 of those guys out there, talking about James Wood and obviously Dalen Lyle there, Cruz in center. Oh boy.
Deep to right, and he's got himself a 2-homer game. I'll say he's the star. 9-1 Nationals. 5 home runs for Nats hitters in this ball game. 2 from Luis Garcia Jr., 2 from Dalen Lyle, and
both,
10 a homer.
Yeah, both of their home runs. These are no doubters. And you look at the pitch down in the zone into that sweet spot that he's left. They like it down in there, down and in, and it's just a no doubt line drive home run. Did we say the Nationals could hit?
I think somebody mentioned that. And now at this point you're looking just to get the outs, get back to the hotel, get this done as quickly as possible, wash this one off, because you got to be back here early tomorrow morning.
And you're not kidding when you say morning.
Second 2-homer game of Lyle's career, had one May the 12th in Cincinnati.
And it makes for a potent offense when you get that type of production down in that 6-hole, because it's one of those sneaky places in the lineup where you find yourselves runners in scoring position a ton. It's a good RBI spot.
Mangum. That's the first out as Ruiz flies out to Mangum. Don Kelly going to go get Madsen. I think we're going to see Tyler Callahan again. It's going to be the third time Callahan. It just really underscores the poor performance of the pitching staff lately. Callahan's going to come out for a third time the last few weeks. The Washington Monument. And fireworks going off in the distance. Eve of the nation's 250th birthday. Pirates not going to be celebrating tonight, that's for sure. This is a dismal performance, down 9-1, and Callahan pitching for the second time on this road trip. One pitch for the final out of the 8th inning in Philly on Tuesday to get Brandon Marsh his first pitch here. Vivas fouls it back out of play, 1-1. Callahan pitched for the first time in his career against the Los Angeles Dodgers on June the 9th at PNC Park and pitched one scoreless inning. 17 pitches. Gave up one hit, walked a batter. And a 12-3 loss against the Dodgers. Pitched on Tuesday the 8-0 loss to the Phillies. Pirates pitching. Gotta shore it up. Gotta get fixed. This offense is too good. Ball 4.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we mentioned in the first half of this season that was missing in this Pirates first half was the winning streak. And we said that you haven't had too many times where you had, you know, a number of wins rolled off, like that 5 or 6, 7 game winning streak. The Pirates only having one 5-game winning streak in the first half, I believe, at the time. And so there's so many different ways that you have to find a way to get that happen. And usually it happens when you have everything working on all cylinders. It's the starting pitching, the bullpen, and the offense. And you have to get all three of those on the same page for the first part of this season.
First and second as Nunez singles Vivas to second base after the walk. Mangum goes to the deepest part of the yard to track that one down. James Wood Flies out.
Well, is there any doubt what Luis Garcia Jr. is trying to do this at bat?
There's no doubt what Wood was trying to do.
This is true.
Yeah, Garcia is looking for his 3rd home run of the game.
Yeah, nobody asks who you hit him off of. They just ask, have you ever had one? You ever had a 3 home run game?
Matter of fact. Last time a Pirate position player pitched as many as 3 times in a season, Rowdy Tellez 2 years ago. It hits him, so that'll load him up. Jose Tena, who homered in the 3rd. (9-1) Nationals. Bases loaded. Position player Tyler Callahan pitching for Pittsburgh. The Nationals beat the Mariners 10-2 on the 14th of June. 8-run victory here. They had an 8-run victory over the Red Sox at Fenway on Wednesday. Callahan for the final out. Pirates Baseball on SNP is presented by Giant Eagle, your home team for groceries, and by #1 Cochrane Club One Rewards. Earn points, save money, and get discounts on gas. Join for free at clubonerewards.cochrane.com. Here in our nation's capital, it's all Nats. 9-1. 1 run coming on a Brian Reynolds home run as Jared Triolo drives one to deep right center field off the wall. And Triolo hustling into second base. What an arm. Dylan Cruz made that close, but Triolo with his 2nd double, his last 2 at bats.
I'll tell you what, Jared Triolo is finding his power this summer. And you look at the location of the pitch and look at the swing, more importantly, middle up, belt high, hitting that ball high off the wall in right center field, but that ball just went right back to Dylan Cruz, right in his lap. Thank goodness Jared Triolo is hustling right out the box.
Connor Griffin.
Never give away any at bats, Brownie.
That's right. Nine hits for the Pirates. They've been out hit 12-9. 5 home runs for the Nationals.
Might be getting ready to hear some loud noise from Connor Griffin.
Down the right field line, foul.
Tell you what, it's going to tell you a lot about both teams tomorrow. That 11 a.m. start. Both teams obviously want to win this series. Have a good pitching matchup for us. Braxton Ashcraft on the mound, and obviously the Pirates are going to want to jump on some offense early.
Abrams.
Oh boy.
1 out.
You get to see C.J. Abrams in that arm on the run, running away from the play after making a couple errors earlier in this game. You definitely don't want the hat trick defensively. See the speedy Connor Griffin getting down the line. He saw him hold on to that ball just a little bit. I thought he may call him for traveling.
Yeah.
Connor Griffin just a step short.
Well, Zach Kent looking for a couple of scoreless innings. This will boost his confidence if he can do that. They're searching for all kinds of answers, and we have
Pitchers call the ball. The catcher's challenging.
Gabriel Ruiz challenges the ball call.
Call's overturned.
Lau 0 for 3 with a walk. Foster Griffin will go to 9-2 with the win. Orlando Rebalta, Justin Lawrence, Clayton Beater, now Zach Kent, trying to all combine to go 4 scoreless. And that will not happen because Lau will double home a run off Kent, make it 9-2.
Yeah, and finally the Pirates pick up a hit with a runner in scoring position. They're 0 for 5 going into that at bat. A nice job for Brandon Lau, getting an elevated pitch in the middle of the plate once again and being able to deposit it into that corner.
58th RBI for the Pirates. Designated hitter tonight, Lau.
And possibly all-star.
Yeah.
Can't forget about that.
Brian Reynolds looking for a good swing here. Make contact. Will make him feel better going into tomorrow morning's game. Even though he did homer. We talked about it before about this. Strikeouts not here. He's going to line a double into left center field. His second hit. And 9-3.
Yeah, say what you want about hits, but when you start hitting, you like to take those good at bats into the next day, and that's a big one for Brian Reynolds. Obviously, the home run coming from the right side. This time turning around from that left side and getting another pitch out over the middle of the plate. It's a really nice swing. Just keeps adding to those RBI totals.
Esmerlin Valdez. 2 for 4. Infield hit in the 6th. Base hit to center field in the 8th.
Keep trading places. That was a good movie right there.
Oh yeah,
Trading Places.
Yeah, 100%. It's a great movie.
Our usual bet, Mortimer.
Well, I was just gonna say Mortimer. Fly ball to right.
Oh boy.
Back and over the head of Wood. Into second base. Another double. Trading places. Billy Ray Valentine doubles over the head of Winthrop. And now time is called. The pitching coach going to come out. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the location of the pitch. 94 inside third. And look where the ball ends up. And that's why you think when you look at Valdez, why it's so important to see good hitters This is what he's able to do. It's just unique. I mean, that ball at the base of the wall on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball on the inside third. And so, I mean, he just continues to impress with those at-bats. That is some kind of special. He mentioned before, just 900 OPS coming into this game versus right-handed pitching. Over 1,500 versus left-handed pitching. I mean, he just continued to impress people. See the little cones come out.
16 RBIs already. 3 more hits for him. Here's O'Hearn. A little chopper. 2 outs. Gonzalez now. Looking for his first hit, 0 for 4.
Well, you could have threw the rosin bag up there. Nick Gonzalez is swinging at that because he is greedy with those RBIs.
Four doubles in the inning. Pirates had 4 doubles back in September 2019 in a game against the Mariners. Now Pirates down to their last strike. He goes the other way, and the Pirates are going to get another double. Double trouble for the Pirates in the 9th inning. 5 doubles in 1 inning.
Well, we say the Pirates are resilient. Now you get to see what we're talking about. These guys they continue to fight. They'll scratch and claw till that last out. And Nicky G with 2 strikes and 2 outs at the top of the 9th inning goes the other way, picking up another extra base hit. 5 doubles in 1 inning.
Sheesh.
This is a tone setter. They carry this momentum into tomorrow. Now what you have done is you end up getting Nationals to get somebody up in the bullpen, and something that you didn't anticipate when you started this inning. What an 8-run lead.
Last time the Pirates hit 5 doubles in 1 inning. You got to go back to April of 1986. They hit 5 doubles against the Phillies. April 27th, 1986, in the bottom of the 8th inning at Three River Stadium. Again, down to their last strike. And a little flare for the final out. Nationals win it. They survive a 4-run 9th. They had the big cushion over the Pirates, and they win the first game of this 3-game 4th of July weekend series.
Yeah, if nothing else, you definitely know one thing: the Nationals come out to swing the baseball bat, and Braxton Ashraf got a really good look at it. And so he has an opportunity tomorrow to get these Pirates back on the board in this series. But you love the fight in the Pirates, again, staying resilient, finding a way to score runs. It's just something you have to do. But all in all, you have to figure out Mitch Keller, what is going on. Had a tough outing there, but able to bounce back and hold the Nationals down the second and third time around the lineup.
Yeah, if he could figure out what he did toward the end, where he retired 7 in a row in 10 of the last 11 after giving up 3 homers in the first 3 innings. but the Pirates fall to the Nationals 9-5. Stick around. We'll be going back to the studio to break this one down. 9-5 Nats win the first of this 3-game series in D.C.